Did you know the average person in the United States uses 148 million British thermal units of energy a year? It sounds like a lot, because it is. That's the equivalent of 15,000 pounds of coal, used per person, per year. How do we define energy? Oxford defines it as power derived from the utilization of physical or chemical resources, especially to provide light and heat or to work machines. We use plenty of energy every day and never realize what the word defines. But like burning fuel, power plants, and yes, renewable energy. We underestimate our energy use, but we constantly drive cars, heat our houses, and use electricity every single day. But what do these things do to the environment? Starting with power plants, the power plants used to provide us with electricity take up space, and by doing so leave their own physical footprint. Power plants also tend to pollute their own area a lot, and as such are placed away from urbanized areas and in more secluded areas. Wherever these power plants are placed, though, they tend to completely ruin the environment and ecosystems around them. Famously noted during the Industrial Revolution, when thick smog covered the surrounding areas, closing the sun off from producers and covering most of the surrounding trees with black soot. A lot of these power plants are also using fossil fuels. Obviously, burning fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gases is completely non-renewable. These non-renewable fuels are, well, not renewable. We can't get it back, and we heavily rely on them to power most of the things we use every day. Burning these fuels is terrible for our atmosphere as well, releasing a very large amount of carbon dioxide into the air, which is a greenhouse gas. These gases trap heat in our atmosphere and cause global warming by using the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is, in simple terms, gases absorbing the heat coming from the sun, rather than allowing it to escape into space. An example of this is CO2 soaking up infrared energy, then vibrating and re-emitting the infrared energy back in all directions. Because of this, burning fossil fuels is currently one of the most harmful things we are doing to our environment, and by consuming so much energy that relies on burning these items, we slowly ruin our planet day by day. On the bright side, many people and organizations have begun researching and trying out renewable energy. This includes solar panels, wind turbines, and tidal energy to replace the usage of fossil fuels, and progress is not stopping anytime soon, with a 22% growth in power generation from solar panels in 2020. It doesn't stop there though, as renewable energy consumption as a whole receives an exponential average annual rate of 12.6%, which is an incredible amount of progress in the last few years. In fact, Costa Rica is almost entirely fueled by renewable energy, and even once in 2015 ran their electricity for 75 days straight without fossil fuels. Current efforts in renewable energy are doing very well, and hopefully we will gain the technology to completely replace our harmful way of living. We should be mindful of how much energy we use in our daily lives, and keep in mind what we are currently using won't last forever. So using renewable energy sources is a great way to combat the growing problem our planet faces in the very near future.